Hey Judith, this is Gordon with Lead Local. Just following back up from our conversation last week around shooting a quick little video to show you what it is we do, kind of what I'm thinking for your specific site and marketing needs, and where I think you probably could have the most bang for your buck. So what I'll kind of get into a little bit is quickly trying to share with you um, some SEO foundational strategies and things that we do that yield the best results. I have an example to show you as it relates to taxi service specifically, something we've done, and I'll start into the proposal a little. Excuse me, I'll start into the proposal a little bit, but I'll create a PDF of the proposal as well. So a couple of things. So here you see your homepage. So there are three main ingredients that go into. Let me back up. So here, I'll start here first. Um, it is search for taxi service, Baltimore, Maryland, right? So you've got three main like lead areas, that drive phone calls. Here is the paid per click ads. This is an advertisement by Blacklane. That's a paid per click ad. We do those. I don't. It's not something we do a lot of because I really try to specialize in the next two areas. This is the organic map listing. Okay, we'll get into that in a minute. And this is the organic search results down here. This down here is where the money is made, in my opinion. In this particular search, you guys show up 7th. So it's not terrible, but ideally we get you into the top 2 or 3, and you'll notice a significant call volume increase at that point, especially if you're in the top 2 or 3 here, and then in the map pack here, the top 3 here, your call volume will increase. What you find is that most people skip the ads and come down to either the map listing or the organic search results. The reason for that is the organic search results. There's a lot of I guess authority. You know, people think that if you're in the top of the Google listings, that you're obviously a well-regarded company, that you know you're doing. There's just a sense of authority that goes with that. So that's what we generally try to focus on. And then we come over to your site. So the three main things that drive organic rankings within the search engines. One is content. It's the copywriting on your website. And it's not so much for the person visiting your site. It's for the crawlers, the robots from Google and Microsoft and Bing, that help them understand what you're all about. So those little crawlers will read all the text and get a really good understanding of what your site is. That's kind of the foundation. So once you get your content, the foundation of your website complete, now we're talking about adding backlinks. I think of backlinks as endorsements. So if you're running for office and say you get an endorsement from maybe CNN.com, as opposed to maybe the local paper, the endorsement or that backlink from CNN.com will carry more weight. Will have more influence. So that when we talk about links, that's what we're looking to do. We're scouring the web to find the very best links, whether that be creating a guest post on a travel blog or a transportation business site, so that we can create an opportunity to link to your site, as it's kind of a vote for your business. And the third thing I'll get into a little bit is citations, and that impacts more on the map side. So think of a citation as a kind of like a digital business card, where you create digital business cards of your business name, your phone number, and your address, all over the internet, and these very high authority directories, so that those directories influence map listings. So that's essentially what we're trying to do. Now, as it relates to your site specifically, where I see some opportunity is content. We can add a lot of content to your site to to kind of round out the foundation of your site. I would strongly suggest to do that first. I would also probably combine a few of these different headers into one page. I think having a blog is good as long as you add to it. Looks like it was started and there's a couple posts, but something we can do is add to it on a daily basis. The booking tab is fine, I think. Something I'd want to talk to you about. Testimonials are good. Services, I'd roll into home. I explain a lot more about your homepage, and I'll show you an example here in a minute. Rates, I would lump into your homepage. Fleet, I'd roll into your homepage. I'd make your homepage real big and thick, so that it gives the crawlers an idea of what you're all about. And I'll show you here an example, and then the benefits of it. So real quick, I'll show you an example. This is one of the first sites I did for a taxi service here close to where I live in Dayton. So we have a very just quick tagline and a cool picture. Seems like people love Lamborghinis, yellow Lambo to boot. And we have a call to action here. This is, if you're on your cell phone, I think you have the same thing on your site. Click to call. And that's what generates most of the business. Now, from a content perspective, we've got a couple thousand words of content, and it's really straightforward. It's not fancy. We really try to keep the call to action at the very top and keep the bottom for the crawlers. Now, obviously, people can read it, and it's fine. It reads well. I try to keep things light and funny and do it that way. But it's really not for the reader. It's for the crawlers to understand what the site is all about. Now, the about us is really thin. Just what real stuff that we generally like to do. Contact us is really thin, and that's okay. This is where the meat of the site is, and this is what we tell Google we're all about. Now, what does that mean in terms of rankings? Here's where that site ranks in Dayton. And it's generating a boatload of calls for the customer, okay? Because we've got the content dialed in. We've been throwing backlinks at it. We've been finding backlinks at it. And then we've also got a lot of citations out there. So I've got a lot of map listing ranking and organic listing ranking. This is the rank, right? So for the independent taxi company, come down here. Here's where you rank right now. So not terrible, actually, not bad at all, considering that you can add some content. I think you're close here to really kind of really increasing your call volume just through search engines. So there'll be a couple things that I'm going to recommend to do is to probably work a little bit on the website, combine some things, make your homepage a bit more beefy, in terms of content. Consolidate some of the tabs, and then we'll start adding links. A couple things I noticed when I was doing a little bit of research is there don't appear to be a whole lot of links to the site, nor citations. So what we do is we'd optimize this page. We'd also optimize your map listing, as that will drive your ranking in this map pack here. Those are things I'll get into in the proposal about what we can do. And in the proposal, I'll throw out a couple different options. I think you mentioned a target of $500. We can do some things for that, but the best bang for your buck is going to be a little bit more. And we can talk about how to mix and match to try to best optimize your spend. But we should be able to find something that works for you within that budget. I think that's it. I've kept it under 10 minutes. Obviously, there's kind of a lot there, but if you have any questions on it, let me know. I'd be happy to spend as much time as you'd like talking about it. It's kind of what we do. So I'll get this out to you, the proposal to you, and then we'll hopefully set up a time to chat here the next week or so. All right. Thanks, Judith. Take care.